what's up guys? The evolved Electro Dragon has bolted its way into the arena. After cycling one Electro Dragon, the next one's evolved. It has the same stats, but it has an ability where the bolts bounce infinitely. The Electro Dragon's attack will go on forever as long as there's more than one target. It can hit the same target more than once, so it continuously bounce back, making it particularly strong against high health cards since they'll stay alive longer, giving you a lot of opportunities to bounce. And swarm cards because there's a lot to lock onto, giving the Electro Dragon Evolution ridiculous reach. Because Evolved Electro Dragon and Goblinstein are some of the most feared cards in the game right now, everyone's running Lightning. To play Evolved Electro Dragon to its maximum power, you need multiple sources of Lightning bait. That's why the ranked 16 player in the world is using this Golem deck with Evolved Electro Dragon, Cannon Cart, and Goblinstein. Opponents will waste their Lightning on one of the cards and then get destroyed by the others. It's time to evolve our electricity and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And massive dragon love to everyone that support the channel with creator code SirTag. Alright, so this guy's got the shocking banner and he's ready for our slimy sirs. So I'm gonna go in for our bomber in the back just because it's a pretty safe card to cycle for 2 elixir. Everything else is off the table here. If I go in for a cannon cart in the back, it's okay if I have tornado in hand, but 5 elixir is a bit scary. Fortunately for us, we get a +1 trade with him arrowing on the bomber, and we get closer to our evolution where he gets nothing from those arrows. One thing that I enjoy doing with this deck in single elixir is going Goblinstein at the river with a cannon cart and then also a aggressive Night Witch. But I'm not going to do that right now because there's an Electro Dragon and it's just too easy for us to scoop up the value with Lightning. Lightning is fantastic at shutting down Goblinstein and also Electro Dragon in the meta. So something to consider if you aren't putting it in your deck and you're running a beatdown deck. I don't know what you're doing. You gotta live large with the Goblinstein and the Electro Dragon and the Lightning, having the trifecta of scariness. 3 shocking sirs. So I'm gonna go in for a bomber here on the right, and I think it's okay for me to go in for a cannon cart at the bridge. So we're hoping that the Goblinstein gets close enough to the tower so I can pop the ability, but I'm not going to do it just yet. We're going to wait and see what he drops directly on the cannon cart. Maybe a Mega Knight? I don't know. Wait, he's going to Electro Dragon. Okay, so E-Drag Evolution is going to do decent here. I can't necessarily pop the ability from the Doctor because it's not going to be able to hit the Electro Dragon, I think. I think it's barely out of proximity. So Electro Dragon in a situation where it's not able to chain onto multiple targets is practically useless for him. So not necessarily the best card for him to be using. Also, yeah, sure, you get 1 shock onto our tower there, but not that big of a deal. So I want to go in for the Night Witch in the back so we can steadily accumulate more bats. And then I'm going to bombard him with a golem. Ooh, wait. I think this could be the most obnoxious play I've done all day. I mean, I haven't played any other games, so I guess it is going to be the most obnoxious play of the day so far. But yeah, look at the bomber. It's locking on to the Doctor, and the Doctor is demolished. Wait, did he literally just lose the Goblinstein to a 2 elixir card? Bomber is broken right now. Even after the nerf, Bomber is not in check. It is checking people out of the match. Okay, so we're going to go Goblinstein in the right, and then we're going to go in for the cannon cart. And I think we'll be able to reveal the Electro Dragon Evolution, but we might have already won the game. All right, here it is. The Electro Dragon Evolution on all of the guards and the Doctor. How does it do? Ooh, it is chaining infinitely here. That's crazy. So it does put in work, but I guess the main reason why it's good is it baits out the Lightning so then it either gets value itself or the Goblinstein will get the value. So otherwise, it's just going to get Lightning here and it dies. Like, you need to use the Goblinstein in tandem with it. Otherwise, it's going to be supremely sad like our opponent in this match. Shout out to the Evolved Bomber in this game. Seriously, for 2 elixir, cleaning up the most overpowered card in the game that costs 5. Because the Doctor doesn't have that much damage potential by itself and not that much reach, it gets outclassed by the Bomber in a 1v1. All right, so we got Mr. Mart, a 919 player in the world. Let's see if we can get more value than H-Mart out here. Our strategy, cycling the Electro Dragon in the back, is generally a pretty dumb play, but we have Tornado, so we could stop him from activating King Tower. What? My guy, you are going to go and fly with a Pekka in the back. That is crazy. All right, I mean, that's fine for me. I'm down to Lightning depending on what you do, but generally going Goblinstein into the Pekka is the only play that I think I can do. Ooh, I was a little bit scared. I was like, is that going to split in the other side? Anyway, you cycle the Electro Dragon in the back because you want to get to the evolution faster. And we'll see if he lightnings or something. He's going to void, so we're going to go bomber here. And then we can pop the ability from Goblinstein, and it should be able to shock everything. Oh my gosh. How did that defend? Actually, that was 2 elixir. And I killed a 7 elixir Pekka and a 4 elixir Night Witch. That was a little bit weird. I don't know how that worked, but we'll take it. Also, does the cannon cart lock? Of course it does. And Barry the Bat hitting some home runs on the tower. You guys already know. He is stronger than Barry Bonds. He has a bond on the tower there, and we did a lot of damage. So maybe we can go in for a golem in the back here. I generally don't do that with this deck until double elixir, but since we have Tornado and Evolved Electro Dragon and Bomber, we have a lot of cheap ways of defending cost effectively. So I feel like, you know, maybe this might be the one opportunity in the world where we can use the Evolved Electro Dragon without it dying. He's only going to have Void. He won't have Lightning. Most people are playing Lightning right now, so that you goes in for a bad Void here. Remember, the Evolved Electro Dragon, it doesn't have infinite stuns. It has infinite attacks. So the way that works is, obviously, I made a prediction on the Void, so then it wouldn't die. If he drops anything nearby, it's going to chain infinitely between those units if they're close enough together, which they weren't, unfortunately. But made him drop the Wizard ahead, which is not something that he wanted to do, obviously. If you cycle your Wizard ahead, you're spending a little bit of a worse position than you would want, because you would want it to be protected by the Pekka. Also, we could maybe go Goblinstein here, depending on what we're feeling. Yeah, I think we have to go Goblinstein. Otherwise, we're dead, right? Ooh. All right. Well, we can pop the ability, so I don't think we're dead anymore. Is he going to lose everything to a 2 elixir ability 2 times in a row? Yes, sir. Who would have thought? Well, you guys probably would, because as you have seen, it's been a monster every single game so far, which is all 2 of the games that we've played. Wait, he's not going to get the Monk down in time. I can go for an Evo Bomber here. Yeah, I'm going to go Evo Bomber on the Pekka. Is the Evo Bomber really going to be the MVP of the day? That would be insane. All right, we're going to Lightning and miss the Wizard because I'm a fool. But it's okay. It's fine, guys. It's always calculated out here. If we hit the Wizard, this would have been a W already. But we just want a longer, more difficult, drawn-out match, obviously. The Tornado everything back. We're going to go in for another Lightning, and then we win the game. So I guess it really wasn't drawn out at all. The Lightning still takes tower, and that was a very easy victory. So if you guys are wondering, yes, Goblinstein on defense against Pekka allows you to win with Golem. And you've got Cannon Cart, so even if your opponent's got Pekka and Monk against Golem, they're not going to win. A sign of a good Golem deck is pulverizing Pekka. And if your Golem deck can't beat Pekka since it's the most recent evolution, you simply shouldn't be playing it. The way to maximize Evolved Electro Dragon value is to use it into swarm cards like Goblin Gang, Barbarians, or Archers, because there's always a target for them to bounce off of. Electro Dragon is targeting one card like a Pekka. You're not going to feel the difference between the Evolved Electro Dragon and a regular Electro Dragon. You need multiple cards for the Electro Dragon to bounce and chain off of, otherwise it will not get the infinite chain. Wow, this guy's getting infinite pigs in my face right now. That's kind of annoying. Dude's going to have Lightning too. Wow, okay. All right, well, even though you did that, you still didn't do too much damage. I mean, it is 1,300, so maybe it's a little bit of copium on my end. But you spent a bunch of elixir, bro. Oh, you know what? I don't think you're in a good spot. I'm just going to call it right now. You might have to call it quits if I can use the ability and shock your tower and destroy your Electro Dragon. This is one of those moments where if you use this deck cost effectively in single elixir and your opponent spams directly into you and they do a little bit of damage, they're going to lose the game if they overcommit once, because you got Cannon Cart, which is overpowered, Goblinstein that's overpowered, and Night Witch that is phenomenal when there's something tanking for it, which could either be the Cannon Cart or the Goblinstein. So this is the deck to get free wins at the start of the match if you're ever playing opponents that are overzealous or thinking that they can attack you when they can't. As our Stitch Mug says so beautifully, not today, spammer. On to the next one, Snoopy player. Well, we played against a spammy player, and now we're playing against a Snoopy player. Is he going to be like creeping on my deck? Is he going to figure out what we're going to be playing? Is he knowing? Does he have the strategies? I'm going to go for Cannon Cart in the back right because I don't want to go and spam everything in the same side. I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to go Goblinstein on the left. We bait out a Cannon Cart on the right. No, we're going to take the fight to the left. What if we pop a Goblinstein ability? Is this going to work? Again, do we just get a second free win in a row? That'd be insane. Look at the damage I'm dealing. This guy's probably reeling right now. Holy. So yeah, if you went Golem and single elixir, you can do a lot of damage, but it costs more than the Goblinstein. Whereas the Goblinstein has the ability to drop the 2 elixir ability, and then it's transformed into a push that's as annoying as a Golem. But you can also just play it regularly and transform into the annoying push with the 2 elixir ability. You don't have to commit the 8 elixir investment at the start, and it's also 7 elixir compared to 8. So Golem is reserved for double, and single, the way that you play this deck is always go Goblinstein and see what you can accomplish with that. All right, we're going to get the Goblinstein down here, and we should be able to defend against this with the ability. Whenever you guys are wondering what to do, pop the ability, and they will not break through. Look at all the cards getting shredded. This is what the evolved Electro Dragon wished it could do. I mean, it's still freaking phenomenal against Goblin gangs when it's supported with a Golem. And a lot of times it will force out your opponent's lightning, or it will force out all their stuff. And that's why the deck works so well. You bait out the lightning or the fireball plus arrows on the Electro Dragon because they need to, not because they want to. They really want to save it for the Doctor from the Goblin Stein, but they can't because both cards are a serious threat. So finally, we are back in business with our aggressive Golem plus big push of Doom Electro Dragon push. So we're going to go Golem here because I don't know if he's going to try to go Mortar or something. I just don't want to give him the ability to do that. And I'm more okay playing this way where I can Night Witch and then going for a Goblin Stein as well. And then Electro Dragon after we've baited out everything. Or actually, what do I want to Lightning? I think I want to Lightning the units instead. I'm okay with that. And then we can go in for a Tornado or, oh, wait. Electro Dragon Stun Fun. Electro Dragon Stun Fun unlocked, baby. How much value? Oh my gosh, it just killed everything. It literally just, he's not going to be able to drop the ability. And then we can Evo Bomber on the Mortar. The evolved Electro Dragon puts in work against bait cards. It is so disgustingly good against bait cards. It just doesn't get its full utility a lot of times because people don't recognize it and they use it and they're like, it's supposed to give me value in every single situation, whereas it's a situational card. It's not like the Goblin Stein that will always give you value no matter what you're playing against. All right, we're going to go in for the Electro Dragon here, and I think it's a good time for us to go in for a Cannon Cart as well, or Golem, depending on what we're feeling. Yeah, I think we can go Cannon Cart instead. It just seems a little bit better. And then we can Bomber on the left, and then we can go for a Night Witch Golem on the left as well, because he's going to lose all of his stuff. The Cannon Carts will trade. The Electro Dragon isn't going to do anything. And then we can go Golem and not respond to bats. Finally, screw you, Cannoneer. I played you for forever, and you made me respond to like 3 bats every time. No longer, Princess Tower has the power. Okay, we have Electro Dragon Evolution, so he's probably going to go for Goblin Gang or something. Oh, he does? Let's go. All right, we're in a Tornado, so we can clump everything up. How much value are we about to get? Oh my gosh, he just all died. Immediately. The Electro Dragon Evolution is built different. All right, if the Golem explodes on the tower, we will win the game, so I'm kind of just hoping for that. And then we can go Lightning for more damage, and one more Lightning seals his fate. He's going to have to go for a Mortar in the middle, and I'm not going to let him do that. I'm just going to go Goblin Stein. We're saying it is my time to shine with the Goblin Stein. The Electro Dragon still isn't dead. Whoa, wait, we got them both on the map at the same time? I think that's forbidden. Usually the opponent has to kill one of them, but this time we stacked up 2. It seems like Snoopy player didn't know what hit him. He got stormed and stomped by overwhelmingly overpowered electricity. So we found our way into a match against the foe. Our best play right now is just to go Night Witch in the back and wait and see if he wants to spam in the other side. If he does go in the same side, we could also go Goblin Stein at the start. Generally, Goblin Stein and Single Elixir is a great way of pressuring your opponent if you have a Night Witch because it's hard to defend everything without dropping a card that's lightningable. And if they drop a Witch, a Wizard, an Electro Dragon, or a Goblin Stein themselves, you can Lightning on it like that, and then you can protect your offense even further with the Goblin Stein ability that you guys are seeing from us. We want to, if his Goblin Stein walks up, I think we pop the ability because we might be able to damage it down. Yes, sir. Look at the damage we're getting. That's insane. Because now we should be able to shut it all down with a Bomber, so don't have to spend anything extra here. And also on top of that, we can go in for a Cannon Cart just to stop the Phoenix. And we'll see what he does. Oh, no, Phoenix! Phoenix, chill! Stop pecking on my tower like that. That was so uncalled for. Why'd the big bird have that big idea? Birds are supposed to have a bird brain. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why it didn't listen to me. It wasn't smart enough to, you know, listen and hear what I was saying. Or maybe it's too smart. You guys let me know down below in the comment section. Was the Phoenix big brain or was it a small bird brain? Anyway, we're going to go in for a Goblin Stein whenever we get the chance. Generally don't like cycling that right now because he knows our tactic. Instead, I think I want to go Goblin Stein in the back instead of dropping it at the bridge or anything like that. And then I can Electro Dragon afterward to get to the evolution. Our opponent doesn't have poison, so it's not like he can hurt us. Okay, we can Lightning on that. But I think that's what he wants me to do, so I'm not going to. I'm going to Electro Dragon instead. We can pop the Goblin Stein ability, but I think it's better for us to go Bomber, so then we can shut down the skeletons quicker, and then have the Goblin Stein tread towards the tower. Also, if we tornado all of his units in the middle, so then we pop the Goblin Stein ability, the Phoenix is going to get destroyed. So he loses the Phoenix for sure there. One thing that I've realized is I don't like going in for Night Witch directly on top of the Goblin Stein Doctor, because that ability shreds my Night Witch real fast. So just try to use Cannon Cart or cards that are able to destroy it from the distance and then away from the ability. Also, we're going to use Bomber so we can also say no to that Skeletons plus, I guess, poison damage that he would get on us. And we can go for counter push as well with the Golem at the bridge since we have the Evolved Bomber counter pushing. And we also have the possibility of going for a Lightning. Would love to Lightning here. I'm going to go Goblin Sign instead. Notice how the Evolved Bomber's reach is fantastic, even in situations against like a Tombstone that you might not think is a big deal for you. If you destroy a Tombstone quick enough, then your Golem goes directly towards the tower. Same with the Goblin Stein, and they're just like, hey, we'll gobble it up, dude. So it's nice to use the Evolved Bomber in the middle as well if you guys haven't experimented with that. If you do, then it's able to clean up the Tombstone when the opponent drops the Tombstone up high, and then it just dies and you win the game. So Evolved Bomber in the middle, or use your Evolved Bomber in conjunction with your Golem to break through buildings, support cards that are bait cards that might distract your cannon card, or anything that might attempt to slow down your Golem push. The slaughtering those cards quickly paves the pathway for an easy win. So my man Brian has got the Electro Dragon in the banner, and we're ready for an Electro Dragon fun-filled adventure. This type of thing isn't going to happen too often where you have the exact same banner as the opponent, but I guess he understands me on a spiritual level. We're both Lightning bros. I'm going to go in for the Night Witch in the back, and I think we're probably playing against someone with either an Electro Giant deck or something that is going to be more akin to a fast cycle deck. So our strategy here is to go in for Electro Dragon on the same side, and then, yeah, I guess we're playing against the fast cycle deck. I'm going to Tornado this back so that the Ice Spirit doesn't get any ideas of bouncing onto my tower or my Precious Bomber. And he could pop the ability. Yeah, watch this. It's 2 Elixir. It deleted so much, man. That was 9 Elixir. His 2 Elixir ability just shredded. That's crazy. And then his Doctor's still alive. I need a Doctor. I'm calling for help out here. That's insane. Anyway, we could pop an ability. I don't think it's worth it. We should be able to shred through the cannon in later stages, but it costs too much Elixir for us to do that. He's going to go Skeletons, fortunately for us. He is going to overcommit a little bit. I think he's going to try to go in the right side because that's where he has all of his damage. So we're going to silently cycle our Night Witch in that side. And if he goes in for Royal Hogs, we have the Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon Evolution. Prove your worth in gold. Come on. Yeah. So it does really well against bait cards or things like that. You can actually notice a distinct difference on why Electro Dragon is good. It's only good, though, against specific situations. And that's how Evolution should be. They're great and they're niche, but they're terrible when they're played outside of that. So you have a deck like ours to support it so it can function and really get to its full worth. Tornado like this, so then the Skeletons die. You never want them to get split or you're going to lose. And then I think we want to go in for a Night Witch here. The Bomber hopefully doesn't go in the left side. I just needed to kill the Doctor. We already have the Night Witch for that anyway. Wow, he pops the ability. I mean, I don't think that's bad for him, but maybe it is. He could be down a lot of Elixir, so I'm to spam. Wham bam. Let's go, baby. Go cannon cart at the bridge because he's probably going to pop a delivery on the middle. No, he doesn't. Oh, wait. Strategies here. Trust, guys. Have full faith. To pop the ability here. Wait, he just died. He killed me with the ability. Never mind. I thought I had the ability to ability, but I guess not. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're going to use a Night Witch and Tornado because we'll take too much damage if I don't. I probably could have activated King Tower there as well, but I don't know. It's just... I'm in the damage preservation mindset, and I don't have the ability to take any extra. All right. We're going to probably have to go cannon cart in the left, because I expect him not go in the right side into a Bomber. It would just be weird. Yeah. Okay. He's going in. Wait. Goblin Stein plus ability here. I think that works, because we're able to slow down his monster with our Goblin Stein, since we have the Shockwave ability of, you know, every damage, every attack with the ranged attack from the Doctor resets the opponent. Something to keep in mind if you don't know. So then he's going to have trouble breaking through. All right, let's Electro Dragon Evolution on the Skeleton's Evolution and see how that works. Oh, we just shred them. Oh my gosh. That's a clean cleanup against the Skeleton's Evolution where we don't have to use our Tornado. We just use the 5 Elixir card. And look at it. It's a monster. We got him, I think. There's no way he's able to shut down that Golem in time. Heck, he's going all in for the win. We just need to be able to defend for like 1 more second. Please give me the W. Let's go. Electro Dragon Evolution came up clutch there. Instantly erasing the evolved Skeletons and putting in work on defense against the Royal Hogs. When the evolved Electro Dragon finds its element in the right moments, it takes over the game as the MVP of the match.
I'm still worthy.
Shock the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.